Month 1 done and dusted. Week 4 of the R9 GovTech Accelerator Program. And let me say, it's been a jungle. I'm kidding. No, seriously though, this week has been nothing but pitch after pitch after pitch after pitch. Seriously, it was crazy. But in all honesty, no, we did a whole lot of pitching this week. I think if I can count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 pitches this week. All on different days. On Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and pitching on Thursday. Every team had the opportunity to pitch in front of MB, the dojo, leadership groups. Today was in front of the GCIO conference.
On my way to the GCIO conference, funnily enough, or ironically enough, I'm in a Uber cab, a disruptive service, talking about digital transformation today, and Uber is on the pinnacle of that discussion.
It wasn't until Wednesday that we actually got back into our Scrum cadence. Came up with a new divide and conquer strategy for how we go about doing our market research, and around that, how we bring back that research to the team and share that information with the team. So it was good. Monday had Hashbang come in, missed those guys, sat with us for about 2 hours to start doing the first round of story generation for our MVP. By the end of next week, we'll have our first iteration of our prototype done. Really excited to see that. I'm sure the whole team is as well. So today, Ollie pitched in front of the leadership group. I then pitched in front of the GCIO conference. 2 different approaches. Oliver was about the story thus far. Mine was about education. Rather than focusing on the technology, and I've said this before, this is really illustrating examples, real-world examples of where innovation has happened and APIs have enabled that innovation. I talked about Christchurch rebuild and how there was an immediate need for government to respond. There was no way to use traditional means of providing services because we needed to respond now. And it was an interesting kind of case study to see how, because of the real demand, the real need to make things happen now, government adopted things like open data APIs and also agile and scrum methodologies to make the thing work. One project I'm talking about in particular was the Forward Works project, which brought together data sources from different agencies as well as private companies to plan out the works that were happening in the Christchurch rebuild. And if you can imagine, it was just a map with everyone's projects being mapped onto areas of the Christchurch city center. People could visually see when I'm working on something, when you're working on something, if I'm digging up the ground, can I get in on that? Basically, the idea was to reduce the amount of redundant work. If you and I can work together to build a road, why not? The point of that whole story was, we let catastrophe drive innovation and collaboration. The point is, we don't need to. Why wait for the next catastrophe to happen? Why not be more proactive in our approach? You look at what's happening, the world is becoming more and more digital. And if you're not on the proactive side of disruption, then someone else is going to do it. Look at Uber. Uber, for example. Taxi services have been around for decades, centuries. But as the digital transformation has been happening in our world, people are now seeing opportunities to make that service so much more better for the customers, and in a far more cost-effective way. Someone saw a multi-billion-dollar opportunity to make that happen. And that's something that's really highlights disruption and the need for us to act now. And one thing I put to the agencies is that if you are on the reactive side of disruption, can you really maintain, can you really respond in time? Left it with, let's be more proactive, let's work together, let's enable businesses to provide better services for the customers. Let's leverage the talent that we have outside of government to build real solutions in a far more responsive and effective way. Let's develop an ecosystem, much like the Apple App Store, for businesses to create these solutions to serve customers. Because if it's better for customers, it's better for New Zealand at the end of the day. And if we can take care of our own, then why not?